Here is Danny, and today the awesome people over at BenQ have sent over a little package to my house. And it is a new box for my cat. But apparently there is also something inside that box that I have to take out before my cat can actually use it. It is the BenQ EX2780Q. A 27-inch 2K IPS screen that can run at 144 Hz. So it is not just good for video games, but also can produce some pretty good colors. And it can actually be used pretty damn well for video editing, something I do tend to dabble in from time to time. And honestly, 2K is the perfect resolution for gaming. It can be powered by any decent video card of today with a high frame rate. Like my Nvidia 2060 will definitely not run any new games on 4K while also maintaining a high frames per second. And as a extra bonus, having the higher resolution does make Battlefield 5 seem more sharp, with the TAA that plagues the game being less of an issue, since temporal anti-aliasing is known to make the image more blurry sadly. Talking about the color, this screen has HDRI and is rated as HDR 400, which is within the lower bounds of specification, but it is still pretty good. And it is far better than some other HDR implementations I've seen, especially inside a gaming monitor. It also has FreeSync support for the AMD guys, and if you got an Nvidia card like me, it should work fine too with a little bit of tinkering. The design of the screen is pretty nice with thin bezels, but it has a bigger chin than you usually see these days, but that has a very good reason. One of the big standout features of the screen is the audio, where there are little speakers in the chin and a subwoofer in the back. Yes, you hear that well, there is a subwoofer on a gaming screen. And it actually sounds surprisingly nice too. As a comparison, this is some music on any other screen. And this is what it sounds like on my new screen. I don't know if you can hear it well in the video, but there's actually a pretty big difference between them. I recorded both clips with my Yeti microphone to keep it fair. You can control the audio with a little scroll wheel on the bottom of the screen, which is quite useful and you don't see that too often. But while on the topic of the buttons, the rest of them are all on the back. Most of them feel good to use, and there is even a little joystick to move through the menus, which is great and something I really miss on cheaper screens. But the only button that I don't like is the on and off button. It is a bit too low profile for my liking, and it is in the same row as the rest of the buttons, so turning on the screen without looking takes a little bit longer sadly. Luckily you can get around that by using another unexpected feature. It is a remote, which can of course be used to turn off and on the screen and access all the other settings that you would usually find inside the menus, which is actually great. So if you quickly want to switch between profiles inside the game, it is quite easy. And there are a lot of those actually, from your basic color profiles to stuff that helps with eye strain by lowering the blue light, and a function that lights up darker areas, so annoying campers in Battlefield 5 for example have a harder time being invisible in a corner. And that function actually seems to work. I've been using this screen for a bit now and I haven't really found anything to complain about. And if you follow my channel for some time, you know I like to complain about a lot of things. So if you want to find out more about the screen, you can check the links in the description or just go straight to Amazon. But hey, that is all I got for now. Once again, big thanks to BenQ for sending over the screen. This was Danny, subscribe for more and I see you on the battlefield.